forests are just absolutely critical to our planet.
You gotta have the trees, you gotta have the shade, and you gotta have the water.
They need to be here for all of our future generations. They need the opportunity to enjoy them as we have.
They are a great source of sequestering carbon and help us with our greenhouse gas problems. They provide home for wildlife. They also are a place that we love to recreate in. So forests serve a multitude of uses and create great value on the land.
If we manage our lands properly, we can maintain and enhance this beauty and wonder for generations.
Without a conservation group standing up for that future, I worry about what we might leave for our next generation.
California has a vegetation management problem. Our forests are way too dense. There are too many trees. When the Europeans arrived here in California, we maybe had 40 trees to an acre. Today there are hundreds of trees to an acre. The overly dense forests create serious problems for forest health. When you get a drought, not all those trees are going to survive. And we've had serious drought in California. That's led to the infestation of beetles into our trees, and we have 129 million dead trees in the Sierra Nevada today.
The goal of the Resource Conservation District is to protect the water quality of the local communities and to reduce the scope and intensity of wildfire in the area.
The efforts on fire and water and land involve so many agencies. The Resource Conservation District is vitally critical to the success of every one of these programs because as a government agency, they're able to work across all of them successfully. And so we look to the Resource Conservation District as a key partner and a collaborator in getting the important work done.
Fire is the #1 threat to our quality of life in El Dorado County, and by reducing that threat, we help protect communities that are part of the wildland-urban interface.
Our goal is to reduce a lot of the fuels, shrubs, grasses, brush underneath a stand of trees. A stand of trees makes up a forest. Our goal is to protect those trees from getting and catching on fire. The Resource Conservation District in El Dorado County specifically helps us implement, administer, and oversee fuels reduction projects in the County of El Dorado.
CalFire is the boots on the ground for the implementation of the prescribed fire projects within the project area. In collaboration with the Resource Conservation Districts, we are able to bring a lot of different agencies and organizations together to complete fuels projects. So everybody has a role in this, whether it's the landowner, the community members, CalFire, the local fire departments. So everybody's got their role in getting that work done.
California has such a huge problem with wildfire, and we just keep seeing more fires, larger fires, and people are really ready to get involved, but they need somebody to give that leadership of saying, okay, this is what we need to do together, this is how we need to work together. And when someone can show them a fuel break that goes 11 miles across so many different properties, and they can sort of realize that just a little bit of treatment on their land actually is part of something so much bigger, it just helps everybody understand how we are really going to protect ourselves from wildfire.
The King Fire was devastating, horrific, and that's something that we've been dealing with ever since. 3,000-degree temperatures came through, very unforgiving. There was a cabin right over here with a deck. All that went up in smoke.
The King Fire had burned around a number of our critical waterways. In some cases, some of these waterways are single-source water systems for our water purveyors.
We had a wonderful water system that tapped off of Ruby Creek up here, came down the hill, all gravity. That's all destroyed. The heat intensity and everything just lit that up.
Their restoration efforts following the King Fire was very, very critical. The healthier the water is, the faster the forest recovers, is a critical role that they play.
Forest health is going to be a task that everyone must engage in. The RCDs, landowners, can play a key role in making sure that we thin the forests to make them more resilient.
Fire affects everyone.
Management's really the only answer.
The El Dorado County and the Georgetown Divide Resource Conservation Districts are part of an effort to help protect communities. Your support is essential in helping us get that job done.